A very good afternoon to you, Dr. Dinesh Sharma. He is the principal of the Institute, Vidya Sagar College, and it gives me immense
Cool.
pleasure. It is cool. Okay, so I will start once again. So I'll just stop the recording and start once again. Okay. A very good afternoon to you, Dr. Dinesh Sharma. I take immense pleasure in introducing the principal of Vidya Sagar School. And I am really humbled on behalf of IHM, International Institute of Hotel Management, Pune, to be hosting this event and this talk show with you, sir. And, we would be really happy to, if you could just share with us, your journey. And before you start your journey, sir, request you to just introduce yourself and your background, sir. Over to you, sir.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Roy. It is great pleasure to be with you on this platform. And as you asked that about my journey, half introduction already you have given that as a principal of Vidya Sagar School. So as a principal, this is my 6th year at the Vidya Sagar School in Indore. And before that, I was deputy head of Punjab Public School, Nabha. That is one of the most elite and boarding school. And before that, almost 17 years, I was at the Delhi College, Indore, Madhya Pradesh. So I worked there in different capacities at HOD, biology, housemaster, NCC officer, career counselor, and sports coordinator. And I am also commissioned from Air Force Administrative College, Coimbatore as NCC officer. Before my school career, I was working as a young scientist and teacher at the higher education level. So I worked means 8 years in Merit University, Merit, where I used to teach MSc and MPhil students. I did my PhD there only on plant physiology and phytochemistry. Thereafter, 3 years I was at the DAVB Indore as a senior research fellow. In between, I had a chance to work on molecular biology at the JNU School of Life Science Department, Delhi. So this is career perspective wise my journey, and luckily I was chosen by CBSE to impart training to the principals and teachers as resource person to bring some change in the leaders on especially adolescent education programs, gender sensitivity, classroom management, and life skills, which are very, very important topic.
Mm-hmm.
I have done my career counseling from University of California, Los Angeles Extension. And this is my brief profile, but basically in one word, I can say that I am just working as a educational leader or social transformer to bring the leadership among this generation. So this is my journey. I come from a very disciplined family. My father was in police, so we worked at different places, and whatever culture I got from different places, I am carrying and transferring good things to the students community.
That
So
is a
this is my brief introduction.
huge gamut of experience that we are talking about, Dr. Sharma. I mean, and the topics that you spoke about, that you trained the teachers on, life skills, gender sensitivity, and classroom are so much apt and necessary for today's generation. So very apt
Thank you,
things.
ma'am.
And so, Dr. Sharma, the place and the position that you have reached, I would just like to know that what were the hurdles at different phases that you must have faced, while coming up to the position that you are holding currently, sir?
As a whole, if you ask that, I never faced any hurdles because the way I was groomed in my family, my father was a very honest and dedicated, hardworking police officer.
Mm-hmm.
So we have seen always challenges in the life and families also. Means a lot of challenges. Okay, challenge of life also, family toughness and other things. Because once you opt to move with a disciplined and honest path in any of the career, with hard working, then this is the path chosen by you only. So there is no question of any hurdle. And right now also, I don't feel any hurdle. Almost 31 years career of education, educational institutes. There is no hurdle. Only hurdle is only that I feel that sometimes the people are not trained the way we are expecting to groom at the higher level. And my philosophy is there, every day is the last day of my work, last day of my life. So there is no hurdle. I really don't feel any hurdle. Challenges are there. So challenges are to be fulfilled. They are my targets only. So no, I did not feel any hurdle actually. I take in different way. These are the challenges, and these are the challenges for opportunities. I see certainty among uncertainties. So that's what I feel.
Awesome. Awesome. So that's a huge, take for each and every student when you talk about, resilience is one of the factors which has played a very, very important role along with punctuality, which you talk about, Dr. Sharma. Currently, if you see the current trend of professionals, now sometimes they always have a question mark when it comes to punctuality. Just feel that, that is something that they are binding you into. And they often feel
Yes.
that, is that really one of the requirement? Like, as long as the work is getting done, how does punctuality, bring in that aspect? But coming from the background that you belong to, what would you like to talk to the students, like how punctuality and determination, these two things are very important to be successful for that matter in any field in life that you choose?
Ma'am, you see that what I feel nowadays, because we schools, India is lacking only in the leadership. Leadership does not mean, it should not be confused with the political leadership. Leadership of different areas. It may be educational leadership, maybe entrepreneur leadership, maybe agriculture leadership, maybe IIHM leadership. So leadership is actually missed out. And so we have to produce the leaders of different areas. And when I talk about leadership, leadership means quality human resource. A quality human resource, which is assembly of academic skills, what we call hardcore skills, and then skills, life skills, what we call 21st century skills, futuristic skill, all life skills. So basically, life skills, academic skills, and the values. And last, what I say that attitude. So these four elements basically they make a person, they convert a person to a leader or great leader. Now, when we talk about these things, you are talking about punctuality. Once we have these skills, first thing, academic skills, I always believe explore and excel. Explore and excel according to your capacity. There is no competition with anybody. Compete within. Compete with yourself. Every day must be the better than yesterday. Now, when we talk about the quality academics, fine. So one has to acquire professional competency. Whatever area is there, I'm not going in detail. Then skilled. The person should be skilled. As per WHO, 10 skills are there under three different headings. One is thinking skills or cognitive skills. It has five. Self-assertiveness means self-awareness. Person should know about his strength and weakness and capabilities. Creative thinking, critical thinking, problem solving, and decision making. These five. Then comes to social skills. So person should be able to adjust in the society. That means interpersonal relationship, inter-organizational relationships also. And then communication, which is the crux of everything. Communication, that means reading, writing, listening, and comprehension. And then empathetic attitude, whether individual or in organization. Then comes to two more qualities are there, which are management of stress and management of social social problems, management of your emotions and stresses. Nowadays, few other things are also there, but they are part of this only. Collaboration of technology with human resources.
So
So when
beautifully
these
put
all
across,
the,
Dr. Sharma, so
thank you, ma'am,
beautifully
thank you.
put
So
across.
nice. So
Uh,
when all these things are clubbed together, then discipline comes automatically. And discipline is there, then punctuality is a part of discipline. Hard work also come automatically. And when person is disciplined, that means honesty is a part of this. So my intention is only with the help of these tools, I'll say tools, we should develop quality human resource with a national character. That is my purpose of life, nothing else.
Awesome, beautifully put together. Sir, with this background, can I just, request you to talk a little bit about, globalization of education?
Yes, yes, yes. It's a wonderful query, and actually, you must be knowing that if you see India, then India was considered guru of education, world guru of education, starting from Vedic time, not now only. Now India is in the news because of COVID vaccine. It's also a great achievement that India is leading. That means towards the leadership. If you start from Vedic, this script, that means about 8,000 years old, and science is also trying to explore these all the things. Globalization was there in between, somewhere we got shrink in a particular geographical or demographical areas. But when we talk about globalization of education, because education cannot be restricted in geographical boundaries, like air, water, sunlight, they cannot be restricted. So now in terms of globalization of education, now children are moving here and there. They are coming, even children from different countries are moving to different countries and places for education plus their professions. I told these 10 life skills according to World Health Organization. Many more can also be added. So you see that globalization education is must, and we should collaborate the educational aspects of different countries. We should learn from each other on the pattern of like Vasudhaiv Kutumbakam and Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina, Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina, Sarve Santu Niramaya. That means education for all, education for the benefit for all, education for the conservation, protection, and growth of everybody. Now the second point is there, because this world is changing very fast. Educational scenario is changing very fast. So when we talk about education, so education means academic skills, life skills, values, and attitude. This is what education where person gets developed, means learning occurs academically and social emotional learning. Now when these people they are moving outside, so each and every aspect of those skills are very important. And this education, one thing is a globalization of education in terms that people are moving. Same way, education is also moving from one country to other country, one continent to other continent, one subject to other subject. You see that I'll take example of hospitality management. About 20 years back, hospitality management and second part of tourism management, it was little known. Very few people from elite family used to go. Otherwise, people hardly used to go. Now you see the different segment of education, even this hospitality management, you see it has opened the larger many avenues for young generation, which were not there. So you see globalization education is very important. It is imparting knowledge, it is giving lot of career opportunities. Plus, it is also bringing world together to maintain a harmonious relations among different continents, different culture, different societies, different people, and that's why even different technology also. So this is the amalgamation of everything in the name of globalization and best education. Good education is good for everybody, whether it's Indo, China, America, or Russia, anywhere. So education cannot be segmented in terms of political or geographical areas. So globalization education is very, very good, and it should transfer from one continent to other continents, society to societal segments, and that is going to give a term that means globalization of education into a village, global village only, because we are so connected for each and every sector. Just on one click, everything is there. And when we go for any country also, you see that we did not know the dishes of many countries. We did not know the culture of many countries. It is just because of education. When our children now go, they are going in different countries. Like hospitality management, I'll take you example only. Switzerland was very, very famous. People used to go to Switzerland. Now those things which were available in Switzerland, I think you people are providing being in India only. So children are not supposed to go there, but so globalization is very, very important, whether it's the technology, it's the research and development, or pure education, or maybe basic sciences or applied sciences. So globalization is very good. In
Excellent,
my
Dr.
opinion, this is
Sharma.
very good. So,
Very nicely.
just one
I'm
line,
afraid
because
you were saying something. Yes.
just only I'm sorry, because by this only globalization of education will produce the global leaders of different fields. Global leaders who can think critically, who can think creatively, those who have decision taking capacity also, that means risk taking capacity also, they are confident. And these people, they can think in terms of empathetic way also. So a world can be a peaceful place. Interpersonal, I told you, communication between individual, globe, or organization, that will help again to bring the harmony and development. And same way, this empathetic status, interpersonal relationship, because that is the purpose of education, to bring peace, harmony, growth in development, not at the cost of environment. So where conflict should be less, people can manage their emotions as an individual or as a country also. So everything should be good. I feel globalization, in my opinion, it should be taken in a very positive way, and it should not be hampered by what do we call this lack of narrow spectrum of minds. Narrow thinking should not come in. We should have the broad and open thinking. So we should welcome the globalization of the education. That's great. That's what I wanted to tell you.
Okay, this was very beautifully put across by you, Dr. Sharma. You know, we are talking of, if we are talking of global education, we are actually talking about global leaders. And when we are talking of leaders,
Yes,
this is ultimately burns down to the concept of human resource management. And what better way? So
yes,
beautifully you've told that, you know, it's a very good culmination of four important core things, which is communication, life skills, academic skills, and value, along with
yes, yes,
thoughtful, reasonable ability to be able to control your emotions, which is what is the requirement for a leader for tomorrow, so that he is not only able to conduct himself as a leader, but is able to, you know, work together with a team in achieving the aspects of any organization that a person works for.
yes. Right. And the quality of leader is that if some credit is there, then he should give this credit to his team, and he should be able to take the failures also. Can I quote one example in 1 minute?
Absolutely, sir.
See, this I have taken from the statement of Dr. Kalam. Dr. Kalam was working under some mission, and I forgot the name of that scientist. He was the leader that time. And Dr. Kalam was working on the mission. So he basically working on again the moon or some Mars program. So he wanted to launch the missile. And all the computers, they said, okay, now stop. But Dr. Kalam took the decision that, okay, now it should kick off. Missile wall kicked off, but after a few minutes, it was destroyed and fell down in Bay of Bengal. Dr. Kalam was very, very upset. So thereafter, I'm missing a very common name. I don't know how I'm missing. And then his leader was there, team leader was there. This Harikota is named after his name only. Thereafter he came. He went to him and Dr. Kalam told, sir, this has happened. Well, I know. Call media, I'll address the conference. He kept Kalam and complete team backside. And he went there. He said that this was my failure. Mission was failed. Again, after 3 years, and then you see Kalam was thinking that what this gentleman is doing. Then Kalam, again 3 years, mission was successful. Then he went to his boss and he told, sir, Kalam, you go and address the media. Then he asked, sir, what are you doing? When success is there, you're sending me. And when it is there, then you went there. Well, this is the quality of leadership that he should take success for the team. And if some failure or blame is there for him, and he can take together. So this is what leadership. As you told that leader has to carry the team, he has together. Team is not by one man. So true. Leaders' spirit should be present in each and every member of the team at true, micro true. Level. Then only things come. That's what I feel in education department also. I am working like that only.
Extremely delighted, sir, to have this forum of interaction with you and to get the opportunity to be able to be exposed to the wise words from your desk. Thank you so much for joining us for this Zoom session, sir. One last word of wisdom, if you could just deliver for the students of hospitality industry. I would put it as who are not designed to just join hotels, but to join any of the hospitality sector for that matter, service industry, whatever. So a piece of advice from your end for the students to be holding on when the industry is bouncing back with leaps and bounds, but a little bit of a setback which had happened for the students. So how is it that they should look forward to life ahead in 2021?
First, I feel that this industry is one of the greatest industries of the industries, because it has opened so many avenues for the people which normal person still cannot think. Even the middle family person with average awareness, they cannot think that what is the scope of hospitality industry or management or hospitality sector. So people should open up their mind and they should come and join, because hospitality industry does not mean only hotel industries. Okay, it has 10 or 20 different sectors. Those things which we used to study in one complete chapter, now each and every line has become the different department or different segment of this industry. So good people means children according to their choice, not by force. Choice, they must join. It has wonderful future, safe career, and you can connect. This is only the industry that you can connect the people of all different countries. No other sector is there. No other sector is there that can make the connect with different people. So that means the people of hospitality industry, they come across with a large variety of social and socio and cultural segments. They are best learners. They are best learners. That means they are most knowledgeable people, and they are going to be a quality human resource leaders in time to come. So it is a wonderful industry as a career, safe industry. And see, hospitality management sector will always be on boom, because people cannot live without food. They have to be there. People cannot live restricted like corona curfew type. They have to move, and people have to enjoy nature. They have to explore. So ultimately, hospitality industry or segment should be taken as one of the best career option without any hesitation. Because today you are working for somewhere, tomorrow you are going to start your own thing. So I think it has wonderful future. And I have few students, those who are in this industry, they are so happy, and they are so happy as well as satisfied. So it's a wonderful sector. People should opt, and I'm thankful that IIHM year before last they came to my contact, and many students they have joined IIHM of different places in last 2 years. And this is a new sector actually coming with a new vision. So maybe people are not aware, but it has a wonderful growth, wonderful career option, and wonderful future in terms of all the segment of hospitality segment.
Thank you so much,
Thank
Dr.
you, ma'am.
Sharma. And we hope to come again to Indore and definitely come to your school to meet you in person. And this brings us
Most,
to.
most welcome, ma'am. Most welcome. We'll host you. We would love to host you, and thereafter, Indore has a lot of other places also. We'll organize your visit and so many other things, whatever we can offer to you.
Thank you so
So, in the
much.
end, thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Sharma. This brings us to the end of this online session, but I look forward to
Okay.
a relationship to go more stronger, with your institute in Indore and us together. So thank you very much once again. And this is Sudeshna Roy signing off from IIHM Pune studio. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am, and thanks, Mr. Khurana and other authorities for
I
organizing
will.
this. And special thanks to you for conducting wonderful interaction. I am really obliged and privileged. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.